Hello and welcome to DaPaPaJJ Heatran Counters. Well, I honestly have to say I never get tired of that intro. It's beautiful. I don't know if you noticed Butterflie Gaming in there. We will talk about that in just a little bit. But first, the reason we're all here, Heatran. So, alright guys, let's talk about Heatran. Now, I know Heatran has been in raids for a little while, and this is not its first time around either. So we are going to go over the basics and keep it very simple. What is its weaknesses? What are the top counters? How many trainers should you have? And what CP are we looking for to get that 100% IV? So, we'll start with the typing. Heatran is a fire steel type Pokemon. That means its weakness is water and fighting, and more importantly, Heatran will have a double weakness to ground type attacks. So, now let's talk counters. I'm going to give you my top 6 I recommend, starting with number 6 and moving on up to number 1. So, to start off, we have Rhydon. Now, if you remember, we had a community day for Rhyhorn last year, so hopefully you have a few good ones. Now, of course, the big thing is you want the right move set. So, for the fast move, you want Mud Slap. For the charge move, you want Earthquake. Now, hold on. If you have Mega Horn as a charge move, well, that is a legacy move. Now, in case you don't remember, or maybe you don't know what a legacy move is, that is where your Pokemon knows a move that cannot be learned in the wild from a wild catch and cannot be taught with a normal TM, whether it's a charge or fast. And you can only get that move with an elite charge TM. Now, if it already has the move, it's already got it. But if it doesn't, you're going to have to use an elite charge TM to get that move. Now, if you want to know other Pokemon and their legacy moves, that's going to be some extra research on your side. Make sure you take that time to do it yourself. I would recommend checking out pvpoke.com. They have some great information, mostly for PvP, but on there you can find out legacy moves, and it honestly isn't that very difficult to navigate. So, moving on to number 5. Now, number 5, we have Excadrill, and the moveset you're going to want is Mud Slap for the fast move and Drill Run as the charge move. Now, I have a lucky Excadrill that I got, and I maxed it out and put it at the end of my team, so that way I know when I get to number 6, rather than just seeing the same Pokemon every time or whatever, I know he's the end of my team. So, moving on, next we have number 4, and this one is, well, a little more rare. Now, if you participated in Go Fest and Dragon Week, hopefully you got a decent one, and I still don't have this shiny, which kind of drives me crazy because I wanted it so bad. But, that's right, I'm talking about Garchomp. Now, the moveset that you want and you are looking to have on Garchomp is going to be Mud Shot and Earthquake. It does some really good damage. It's a very strong Pokemon, but not everyone has a good Garchomp, and I get that. Maybe you just have one that's good, but you don't want to level it up. I totally get it. I honestly don't have one that is maxed out. I don't have one on my team, but it's a great one. If you've got a good one, you might as well use it. And, well, it's one of the best counters. Now, these other ones are not going to be nearly as rare, but you might not have them. So we're going to move on to number 3. So this next one has only been in raids one time so far, and not many people have invested candy, and not very many people have invested the Stardust in powering one up. And I know I haven't, because I don't have one that's perfect, and I don't want to spend all the dust and candy on it. I honestly think I maybe caught a handful of them. I just didn't go hard on this one. But maybe you were one of those people that did. Maybe you went really hard. Maybe you got 100%, and maybe you want to max it out. Then this is going to be a good one. If you don't know who I'm talking about yet, we're talking about Landris. Now, Landris does a really good job. He is going to be our number 3. Now, if you've got a good one, the moveset you want for it, and the movesets you're looking for are Mudshot and Earth Power, which sounds awesome, by the way. I don't know of any Pokemon in Pokemon Go that has Earth Power currently. I think he's the only one. I could be wrong. I honestly don't know for sure. But it sounds pretty dope. So if you got a good one, you might as well use it, because it is very good in this raid. Next, we have one of my favorites. I've actually got quite a few of these, and I use it on mine. I have enough to have a full maxed out party. Number 2, we're going to be dealing with Rhyperior. Now, earlier I mentioned Rhyhorn. This is going to be the 3rd evolution, and it had a community day last year. Now, when you evolved Rhydon to Rhyperior, it learned the exclusive move Rock Wrecker as a charge move. That means Rhyperior also has a legacy move. So if you have Rock Wrecker and you don't want to lose it, you may want to do what I did and add an additional move to the ones that know Rock Wrecker already. Because if you want it back, you're going to have to use an Elite Charge TM like I was talking about before. And I would hate to personally have to use one of those and waste it on a move like Rock Wrecker. And I'd hate for you to waste one because you didn't, hear about it. You just kind of went forward through it. So, okay, enough on that rant. I know I was kind of getting into that one really deep. I was going to just keep going. Now, this last one, last but not least, we are on our final one. The number 1 counter, the Sultan of SWAT, the King of Crash, the Colossus of Clout. Oh, wait. Sorry. We're not talking about the Big Bambino, I promise. We're not talking about the Great Bambino. Who is that, by the way? You need to watch Sandlot. Go watch Sandlot. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's a great movie. Go watch Sandlot. And you can know about the Great Bambino. If you don't know about the Bambino, I'm kind of sad. The Great Bambino is amazing. Anyhow, moving on. We're talking about the King of the Ground, Groudon. Now, Groudon. He has been in raids and research breakthrough boxes many times. So hopefully you have a good one. Hopefully you have quite a bit of candies. If you don't, that's okay. He's going to do a lot of damage regardless. Now, maybe you don't have a good one, but maybe you have a shiny you just want to flex. Flex the shiny. This is your time. Do it. Now, the moveset you are looking for is Mudshot and Earthquake. And that's it. I hope that works for you. Now, hold on a second. The other thing that you need to worry about is how many trainers do you need? Now, if you've got a big group of people, you don't need to be that high of a level. Your Pokemon don't need to be that high of a level. Honestly, probably 5 or 6 people with medium level entry, level 30s, is going to be a good place to start. And especially if you're using, the top 3, they don't even need to be powered up nearly as much. They don't have to be maxed out. So, the smaller the group, the higher trainer level and Pokemon levels you will want. With maxed out counters, you can easily trio and even duo with a combination of these counters. I personally have a full team of Rhyperiors, with my 6th Pokemon being Excadrill, and he is also maxed out because he's lucky. Now, let's take it down to the expert from the expert talk, and let's talk about getting the 100%. Now, if you encounter, you beat it, you get to the encounter, the max CP is 2145 for 100% IV. Now, if it's weather boosted, it will have a max of 2681 CP, and that one will be your 100% weather boosted Heatran. And that about sums it up. Now, if you have a question, drop a comment. If you haven't yet, drop a like. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you know when I post new videos. Now, you can also come join me over on Twitch TV for more fun and excitement. And stay up to date and check out my social media. Special thank you to our newest sponsor, the one, the only, Butterflie Gaming. They are an esports team with some of the top competitive players in the industry, some of the top players for Call of Duty, Apex, and even Valorant. We also have some great, amazing content creators, much like RickTalk and German Luke. So if you want to know how to get a hold of them, go check out my team on their channels and go check them out. There'll be a link down below. And thanks for watching. Don't have too much fun out there without me. And you know what? Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Fire!